You are standing near the edge of a steep cliff. The view is breathtaking. The wind is howling past your ears. You are perfectly safe, standing behind a thick metal guardrail. But suddenly, without warning, a terrifying, intrusive thought shoots through your mind. What if I just stepped forward? What if I jumped? Your heart skips a beat. You quickly step back, horrified by your own brain. Or maybe you are driving down a long, straight highway, and a massive truck is coming the other way. For a split second, your brain whispers, just turn the wheel a little bit to the left. You grip the steering wheel tighter, terrified of yourself. If you have ever experienced this, you are not crazy. You are not secretly depressed. And you are definitely not alone. The French have a deeply poetic, almost sinister name for this. They call it l'appel du vide. The call of the void. It is one of the most widely reported, deeply unsettling psychological phenomena in human history. But why does it happen? Evolution is designed to keep you alive at all costs. Every instinct you have is precisely tuned for survival. So why would your own brain, the biological supercomputer dedicated to keeping your heart beating, suddenly suggest that you throw yourself into an abyss? The answer is not a glitch in your psychology. It is actually a hyper-aggressive, deeply misunderstood survival mechanism. Today, we are decoding the dark evolutionary purpose behind the call of the void. And if you are obsessed with discovering the terrifying, hidden survival software running inside your own mind, make sure you hit that subscribe button right now. We uncover the darkest evolutionary secrets every single week, and you will not want to miss what we reveal next. To understand why the void calls to you, you first have to understand the sheer speed at which your brain processes fear. Your brain is not a single, unified machine. It is a messy collection of different evolutionary parts, built on top of each other over millions of years. Deep inside your brain is a small structure called the amygdala. This is your ancient, primitive alarm system. It is incredibly fast, but it is also completely irrational. It doesn't think, it just reacts to danger. On the outside of your brain is the prefrontal cortex. This is the modern, highly intelligent, logical part of you. It is the part of you that does math, pays taxes, and understands that guardrails keep you safe. But logic, compared to raw fear, is incredibly slow. Imagine our ancient ancestors foraging for food 100,000 years ago. They are walking along a treacherous, narrow mountain path. The drop is sheer. If their foot slips, they die. Suddenly, the amygdala senses the massive drop-off. It doesn't stop to analyze the friction of the rocks or the width of the path. It just recognizes an immediate, lethal threat. It fires an emergency signal straight into the central nervous system: danger. Step back. This signal is sent before the conscious mind even realizes what is happening. Your body jerks back. Your pulse spikes. Now, fast forward to you, standing on a perfectly safe balcony on the 20th floor of a modern high-rise building. You walk up to the glass. You look down. Your amygdala sees the immense drop. It completely ignores the thick, tempered glass. It ignores modern building codes. It just sees the void. It violently screams the ancient command, danger. Step back. It fires a massive jolt of adrenaline directly into your bloodstream. You instinctively tense up and lean away from the edge. But here is where the terrifying glitch happens. Because your prefrontal cortex, your logical brain, is slower, it arrives at the scene a fraction of a second later. It looks around. It sees the glass. It sees the guardrail. It realizes you are in absolutely no danger. But your physical body is already reacting. Your heart is pounding. Your palms are sweating. You have already physically recoiled. Your logical brain now has a massive problem to solve. It has to explain to itself why you just reacted with such extreme, sudden terror when you are completely safe. It asks itself, why did I just step back? There is no threat. And in a twisted leap of logic, your brain makes a terrifying deduction. I must have stepped back because I wanted to jump. That is the true nature of the call of the void. It is not an urge to die. It is an interpretation error. Your conscious mind is simply misinterpreting an overzealous survival reflex. Your brain is literally tricking you into thinking you are a danger to yourself, just to ensure you stay far away from the edge. It is the ultimate evolutionary false positive. And if you are fascinated by the brutal, almost deceptive ways your own biology keeps you alive, take a second to subscribe to the channel and join our community. We are constantly digging into the primal ghosts that haunt the modern human mind, and having you with us makes the tribe stronger. But the call of the void goes even deeper than a simple miscommunication between brain regions. It also has everything to do with your vestibular system. This is the highly complex network of fluids and canals inside your inner ear that gives you your sense of balance, gravity, and spatial awareness. When you are standing exactly on the edge of a cliff, the visual information your eyes are sending to your brain fundamentally disagrees with the physical sensations your body is feeling. Your eyes look out at the vast, empty expanse and tell your brain, there is nothing in front of us. We are floating. But your inner ear, feeling the gravity pulling on your feet, tells your brain, we are standing on solid ground. This brutal sensory conflict creates a momentary, profound disorientation. Your brain absolutely hates conflicting data. In that millisecond of deep sensory confusion, your body prepares for the absolute worst-case scenario, a fall. The sudden urge to jump is actually your brain running a hyper-fast, terrifying simulation of what would happen if you lost your balance. It forces you to vividly imagine the fall so that you are mathematically prepared to avoid it. Evolution learned that the best way to keep a human away from a deadly edge is to make them acutely, horrifically aware of the consequences of crossing it. This is why the call of the void is scientifically known in psychology as the high place phenomenon. And clinical studies conducted on this exact feeling have revealed something incredible that changes everything. The people who experience the call of the void most frequently are not people with depressive tendencies. In fact, it is the exact opposite. The people who feel the urge to jump the strongest are typically those with higher baseline levels of anxiety and a highly developed sensitivity to their own internal physical sensations. In other words, they are the people whose survival instincts are dialed up to the absolute maximum. If you feel the call of the void, it means your life preservation software is running at peak efficiency. Your brain is so desperately invested in keeping you alive that it is willing to use psychological terror to enforce its safety protocols. It is a brilliant biological paradox. The thought of ending your life is actually the absolute strongest proof that your brain is fighting aggressively to preserve it. We live in a modern world filled with edges that our ancestors could never have imagined. We drive heavy metal boxes at 70 miles an hour, mere inches away from oncoming traffic. We stand on viewing platforms 1,000 feet in the air. We wait for subways just inches from high-voltage tracks. Our primitive brains are constantly bombarded with situations that, to an ancient hominid, look exactly like certain death. The fact that we can navigate this modern world without constantly panicking is a massive testament to the incredible adaptability of the human mind. So, the next time you find yourself standing near the edge of a massive drop, and you feel that sudden, cold whisper in the back of your mind urging you to step into the abyss, do not be afraid of yourself. Do not think you are losing your mind. Recognize it for what it truly is. It is an ancient, invisible guardian. It is the echo of 100,000 years of evolution, violently reminding you that the fall will kill you, and that you have every intention of surviving. It is not the void calling to you. It is life, demanding that you step back. Thank you for facing the void with us today. If this journey into the dark corners of the human mind changed how you understand your own thoughts, prove it by hitting the subscribe button and leaving a like. We are exploring the hidden evolutionary forces that shape our reality every single week, and we want you right here with us. Until next time, trust your instincts, respect the edge, and never forget the ancient survival software keeping you alive.